everyone, welcome back to the second episode of this series. To give you a brief summary of where we left off, we've got one player called Aaron Academy who is in the academy of Chelsea, going through the ranks of under 18s and under 23s, and then we have Freddie Fast Track over here on the right, who is fast tracked to the first team straight away, playing every game up front with the world class players of Chelsea's football club. And we're going to find out who is the better of the two after a couple of seasons. Maybe until they retire, I don't know. Depends how I feel this series is going. So Freddie on the right here, his current ability is 48 or 49, and Aaron's is 38. So there's 10 in it at the moment. So we're going to find out this season how well they do, especially because Chelsea ended up in the Championship. Can Chelsea bounce back to the Premier League? We're going to find out. But first, I'm going to skip to January the 1st, like I do in most of these episodes, just to see how they're getting on and see if it's still working, basically. So let's get straight to it. Let's go to January the 1st, 2023. Catch in a second. So not a bad start for Chelsea in the Championship. They are first currently after 24 games with 52 points. They're joint first actually with Norwich. They are in the third round of the FA Cup with Hartlepool, and they are in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup with West Ham. And looking down here, Mason Mount is our top goal scorer for Chelsea at the moment. Let's see how Freddie's doing, shall we? Well, I was not expecting this in the second episode of this series. Freddie has a 1.5 star rating out of a potential 4. And his attributes are shooting up still. He's got a 12 in marking, he's got a couple of 11s, a 13 in vision, 12 in composure, 12 in decisions, 12 in agility, jumping reach, strength and stamina. He's doing really well. And then apparently he's a target forward. But how's he doing so far this season? He's played 24 games, he's scored 9 goals, 1 assist and a 6.82 rating. 3 games in the Carabao Cup with no goals or assists. Now this 18-year-old is valued at 27 million to 32 million. He's still got £1,500 per week as a future prospect till the end of next season. If Chelsea get promoted, I'm going to give him a new contract just because he got a star. That is when, if they go above a star, I'm going to give him a new contract each time because they deserve it. But let's see how our academy guy is doing. So here we are with Aaron, and he's got a star too, which is great. His potential ability is not as good, weirdly, but maybe that's because he's still in the under 18s. His attributes are not that great still though. They're only 7s and 8s. They're rising slowly. Not rising as quick as I was expecting, but he is playing more at his level. He's played 32 games this season and scored 30 goals for the under 18s, 2 assists with a 7.6 rating. He might be too good for the under 18s. Might be worth moving him over to the under 23 soon, but I'm not going to do that until he's over 18. It makes no sense to. I want him to go through the whole ranks of the academy. So let's have a quick look at the comparison screen. Freddie is still I wouldn't say way ahead, but he's getting a bigger gap now between him and Aaron, or Aaron, whatever you want to call him. Interestingly, at 18 years old, Freddie has grown an inch in height, and he's put quite a bit of weight on, 13 stone 9 pounds, whereas Aaron is back to 11 stone, and he hasn't grown yet. There's a slight, I forgot to mention, there is a slight change in his age, but not too much. So this has been a good season so far, and I can't wait to see the end of the season, and I'm not going to hold back any longer. Let's go there. Let's go to the end of this season in 2023. What I never got to show you earlier is we lost quite a lot of players in the summer, mainly because we got relegated. And so I had no control over this. This was all Thomas Tuchel and the director of football. So we lost a couple of players on free. Like everyone knows, Rudiger was bound to leave on a free anyway. Timo Werner went to Man United on loan. Loftus-Cheek left for 6.5 million. Ross Barkley followed him for 3.6 million. We lost quite a few first teamers here. And we brought in Harvey Elliott on loan from Liverpool. So at the end of the season, we still got promoted though. We didn't win the championship, but we got promoted, which is great. We're back in the Premier League with 93 points here after 46 games, 28 wins, 9 draws and 9 losses. I'll take that. Just to get Chelsea back into the Premier League is a good sign. It helps Freddie. Chelsea are in the semi-final with Celtic in a friendly cup. They were knocked out in the third round by Hartlepool. I think I might have already mentioned that. And they were knocked out by West Ham in the Carabao Cup in the quarter-final. But let's check how our guys have done. So here's Freddie at 18 years old. And his stats are quite good, actually. I'm quite impressed, considering they're all ones apart from 3 attributes. The physicals are getting better. The mentals are there, but the technicals need to be a little bit higher. He's a 1.5 star rating in current ability with a potential of 4 still. His little graph here looks far more healthier for an 18-year-old than it was at the beginning of this series. So here we are at the development page. He's played 51 games this season and scored 14 goals, 2 assists with a 6.7 rating overall. They don't know where to play him as a striker yet. I'm assuming it'll be a mixture of everything. So let's have a look at Aaron. Aaron at 18 years old too. He's only 1 star, not 1.5. His attributes are slightly worse. There's a lot more single digits than there is against Freddie. But he's played 57 games this season, 53 goals, 5 assists with a 7.65 rating. That's really good for an 18 years old. I think it's time he might have to play in the under-23s. So here's a little comparison. You can tell that Freddie is quite higher now. Not too much higher, but there's a clear difference between the 2 players. Who's better? Here we go. Target forward is best position for Freddie. And pressing forward is better for Aaron. Aaron has put half a stone on. And dear God, Freddie just keeps piling on the pounds here for a 6-footer. I did notice he's complaining that he wants a new deal to reflect his ability, and I think he's proven that he does deserve a new contract this season. He's done really well this season. He got Chelsea back into the Premier League. He scored some goals, and his attributes are looking good now, and I can't wait to see what he's like in a couple of years' time. Let me just check his current ability. So he's now at 99. This is really good for a second episode. I wasn't expecting it to be this quick, to be honest. And then to quickly look at Aaron's as well. Aaron's is 77, so he's still not that far off, considering he's not playing in the first team. I reckon he might be the better player later on, but we'll find out. So there we have it for the second episode, guys. I'm going to give both of these players a new contract, and I want to see them perform and earn their paychecks. And I will see you in the third episode. Thank you for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if I've forgotten anything or if you want to find out more from these players. I'm happy to help, and I will catch you at the next one.